know you do. I know you do, so that's what I do. I give you that kind of love that makes you come back. I'm your pusher, baby. I'm your pusher.
Hey, little black boy, let me holler at you for a minute. I was once in your place, you should respect what I say. Some of the things I'm about to tell you just may save your life in the world right now much is right. Little black boy, you're gonna see and experience all sorts of things, but don't let your mind be locked in the chains. All right, everybody. Hello. It is Wednesday, July 13th, 2022. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day thus far. I'm so glad to be back on today. We got a wonderful, powerful brother on tonight. I met this brother maybe a year ago at an open mic. Shout out to my brother Desmond Guy. I first met him at an open mic where that Desmond Guy does. My man, his first name, he's got a long name, so I'm going to say his first name, and then I'm going to let him tell you the rest of his name because it's very unique. But we have my man Adisa in the house tonight. Adisa, what's going on, bro?
What's up, man? Shit, I'm walking through the house, as you all can see, so don't pay me no mind. It's always a pleasure seeing you, man.
Man, it's good to see you as well, bro.
I see you doing your thing.
Huh?
I see you doing your thing, man.
Hey, man, I'm trying. One day at a time. You know what I mean? One day at a time. You know the grind don't stop.
Man, when God put it in your hands, shit, all we gotta do is just share.
Yeah, I always say if He give you the vision, then you don't really have nothing else to worry about. It's up to you to push the vision that He gave you. It's up to you to put the legwork in. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Adisa, tell everybody your full name for us.
My full name is Prince Adisa Novah Moswen-Harkless L. And I nationalized myself back in 2018, and I changed my name to that. So, in a nutshell, I just tell everybody just call me Novah, because that's the stage name that I go by. And when I'm doing certain things and, the aesthetic world, like visual arts, that's the name I go by. On the street, call me Hawk.
Hawk, okay. But look, man, you got so many things that you do, man, because I follow you on Facebook and Instagram. You got some good motivational stuff on there. Not only are you a wonderful poet, man, but I didn't even know that you did art at like the way that you do. I had no idea. Tell us about what you do. Like, what do you do, dog? Tell us about the things that you love to do. You a poet, you a writer, a painter. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Let everybody know what a little bit about you.
Oh man, like it's I just do, it's difficult to try to explain it because it's so sporadic. It just come and it go, but it's still there. And whenever that feeling hit me, I just do it. I don't like to really say a whole lot of stuff, so that's probably why most people don't know certain things. I just do them, and most of the time, if I'm compelled to share it on social media, I do that. But it's not to glorify me or to seek any type of validation from what I do. It's more or less to show individuals that may be dealing with the same thing that I'm dealing with, that they can do these certain things. You know, like the majority of my life, you know, I grew up with my grandmother, my grandfather raising me. My mother and my father was young, and you know, my family is like a different type of family, man. You know, like this, you know, a lot of compounded trauma, as you know, most people can relate to, and
Right.
that they have now come to realize. But my family is really unique. Like we're Native American and Yoruba. I just found out my Yoruba lineage, and that's the reason why I changed my name to the name that I presented to you now. And that's been well over 10 years that I've done that, you know, but it's really not a lot to me, man. You know, it's really not. I just do what I feel, and I'm always seeking growth, you know, and experiences. I was told I was crazy and stupid the majority of my life. So that aspect of that compound trauma,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I dispel, you know, and it's God. You know, it was one point I was calling myself God. You know, 5% of, you know, whatever you could think of in the ways of systematic religion or anything faith-based, I've done those things. But now I chose to, you know, be in Islam because it's the structure, you know, the way how it's set up. And it keep me in a state where
You
I'm not
definitely accept.
following any type of colonial ideals to where it keep me in prison. You know what I mean? Some of
Mm-hmm.
the things that in Islam I don't really like, especially when it's dealing with women, because it's a completely patriarchal religion. And I'm not with that because women are the ones who really gave us life and brought us here into this world, you know. So they had a hierarchy than the patriarchy that we see. You know, the matriarch aspect is more powerful, but you know, I don't you know, see myself in any type of special way, man. So all the stuff that I do, I just do it. You know, that's just it. People like it, cool. If they don't, still cool.
Got you. Man, let's just get right into it, man, because I love the way you spit your poetry, and I want the people to get an experience of what you do and how you do it naturally, because I think it's amazing. And then we can get into some questions real fast, man. But whenever you're ready, if you got something you want to spit right now, I would definitely love to hear it, man. That's the purpose of this show, for us to get on here and spit our shit. Poetry to me is therapeutic for me. And
Right,
some of the
right,
stuff that you was just talking about, you know, I've dealt with some things in my life over the last couple of years that were brand new to me, in my marriage, in my life, in my relationship with my children, everything. And writing is what kept me sane, and in my health. Writing is what
right,
kept me sane. You know what I mean? Poetry is what kept me sane throughout that whole process of whatever I was dealing with. As long as I could get to that pen and that paper, I'd be all right after a while. So
right.
whenever you get a chance, bro, go right on ahead and spit your shit, man.
All right. Uh, damn, I'm trying to see what I want to do. Uh, man, uh, I got some new pieces that I wrote, and I want to spit them. But yeah, let's just go with what I know for right now. And this was like one of the first pieces that I spit since I got here, and it's called "I'm from the South." And it's a piece that I was hoping to show like many people, you know, that consider themselves Northerners or this, that, and the other, that you know different from the people in the South. You know, especially if we have our pigmentation, we're the same. You know, this whole motherfucker is the South. The way how they set things up, you know, systematically keep us enslaved, like the entire world. You know, that's the reason why they call it a planet. You know, because they set their plans, you know, to keep us in a net. playing that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
We all Southerners in this motherfucker, and they got us in here like stables, like the horses or cattle or whatever, But I wrote that piece of that because my first year in New York, when I was visiting my father, and a lot of people was tripping because of my accent, this, that, and the other. But I wrote this piece for that. I hope y'all like. I'm from the South, but up here they call me country because they think I'm dumb. See, country, but I like to use the term Southern, rooted deep into my African ancestry, who stayed and endured the last of lynches and did not run North Country. And you can tell the Southernness in more ways than I want to open my mouth. You see, as far as country is concerned, below the Canadian border is the South, where the same Jim Crow, Willie Lynch methods applies to us all. Turn the light ones against the dark ones has evolved in how we assimilated in society, from hip-hop versus rap. You blaming the artist but not the industry. So many of us ridiculing one another, seem like the same old methods of bondage as house music versus field niggas to me. And what color people that own the broadcast media industry repeat the mentality? We stable economically. We get how capitalism that breaks the back of our own if we consider them intellectually weak. Now, if you read the Constitution, and I'm talking about the fine print, and see what type of prophetic inheritance they leave for the meek, but who really gives a damn when this type of blackness is sitting high on a hog like it's blinging? Particularly those of us that have forgotten the beauty we seen in urban lily fields of cotton, where roses that grew from the cracks of concrete has turned into two-faced Negroes that replace double dutch games and hopscotch over the thought of ever giving back to them ghetto hymns and wrist in the blistered blood-stained hands that picked sugar cane, corn, and cotton, which is no different than having a job that pays nothing, that became our anthems to dope fiend blues, gang violence, with ethnic boys and girls, baby mama sing lullabies to the tunes of gunshots firing. We see it on the news, but we don't care because we're too busy getting twisted, which is no different than a lynch's news twisted. Still blinking while we doing it too. Them false images of success and what I talked about earlier burns their low self-esteem. That's the reason why they go out and buy that bling bling. Them Jews give big flames, but not the type of warmth the Black Holocaust had in mind. Now, see how they shine, twisted. And we still hang. We hang on the corner. We hang at the church. We hang at the school. We hang at the bar. We hang at the house. Now, don't that shit sound like the motherfucking South? What you all educated now? What massa we rich? Massa we sick? Because yes, massa, we can make change into some, but the kind of change that I'm talking about, you ain't willing to roll them kind of punches. Shit, I love being Southern. You know different from me. We so close, we bump kin. 6 degrees for separation from my dog to my bitch to my nigga to my sister. Open your eyes. You can't see that it's the same old methods that keep north, south, east, and west separate from ever becoming we. And if the so-called master ain't with we need to make our own shit and run it over the internet if they ain't trying to broadcast these black events. But now, who's really acting like a coon? Was this a nocturnal creature that roams in small packs like cliques and crews and unaware of the union and bonding in 4.25 billion blocks? Lord have mercy. Jim Crow really Lynch put up a fuss because people of color from other countries come over here and feel like they better than us. Now, I know that there's something that we all need to make right, but the next time any one of y'all call somebody from the South Country in a condescending manner, your ass need to think twice. And that's that piece, bro.
I love it, bro. I love it, man. You got a dope style, man. I love it.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you, man.
Was that your first piece you ever wrote?
No, not really. Like, I wrote a lot of closet pieces and, you know, painful pieces and, you know, dealing with so-called mental disability. And the reason why I say so-called mental disability, because I don't feel that the structure that we have here in this country or anywhere, you know, in any aspect of colonization, that they have a proper place for individuals who so-called have mental disabilities can express themselves and function in a way to where they feel secure and safe. I started writing to deal with that. And just like what you were saying in the beginning, I totally understand, man. Like, if it weren't for writing or anything else, bro, I don't know where I might be. This shit saved my life. And I totally understand what you're saying, everything you said. And I totally understand. You know, I don't do the slams and all that type of stuff. Not that I have any issue with slams, because I see the artistic way of it, but I didn't enter this for that. I entered it to heal me from social anxiety, PTSD, the bipolar, you know, the little slight case of Asperger's and all that shit. But I don't look at it like that, man. This shit is a superpower, bro.
No bullshit.
Because without it, we wouldn't be able to share like how we doing with the people that need to hear what we have to share. You understand? It's all God, bro. You know, they made that shit to where making us look like we crazy. No. Mm-mm. First thing they're gonna say, oh, you a conspiracy theorist. Oh, you got this. Oh, you got that. They'll do that because you telling the truth. Man, God put that shit on your heart for you to tell the truth. That's what you need to do. Shit, just think, Jesus walking around saying all that shit. Man, you don't think they ain't think he was crazy? They thought he was so
Exactly.
crazy, they crucified him. You see what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Exactly. No,
Yeah, but
when did you fall in love with poetry when it was therapeutic for you? What time in your life were you introduced to it and you realized that it was therapeutic for you?
man, when my wife passed, man,
Oh, I'm sorry
when
to hear
Lucy, when Lucy died, like 2017, like I really started getting out there like 2014 in the poetry, and it was just basically reading from, you know, my pad or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I was formulating things, and you know, the way how my mind is, you know, like I'm thinking, oh, you stupid, you know, like from what I was called all my life. So it made me learn more. You know, I go to workshops and, you know, listen to other poets and listen to their critique and whatever else. It was more of an art form. But when I seen it like really, really hit me therapeutically was when my wife passed. She died of cancer, man, 2017. And when that happened, I had to get myself together. And later, you know, a year after, I had a heart attack, which resulted in 2 heart operations. You know what I'm saying? Not major, they were minor. It was, you know, they went through my groin. I got a stent in one artery. The
you.
first one was the scope where they looked. The second one was when they saw the clog and they cleaned it, they put a stent. And I saw that those things were therapeutic to me. I've always been painting. I've been painting for over 35 years. And I used to draw when I was young, but when I went to prison, that's when I learned how to paint. And that's how I moved here on the amnesty program, you know, with the prison thing. And you could check, ain't no record, all my shit, pardon, you know, everything. But that's when I started seeing the therapy and the poetry, man, like right after Lucy passed.
Wow, man. Okay, first of all, I'm sorry to hear that about your wife. But I that's exactly sort of similar to me too. That's where I found it. I was at a place in my life that I never been at before, and I didn't even know how to deal with the shit. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? I will admit that
mm,
at that time I didn't know how to deal with it. I was going to church and all that, and that was fine. That would help a little bit, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't.
exactly.
I wasn't when I was home, or you know, even when I started my poetry, when I was still going to a church, I didn't feel comfortable because I felt like I was contradicting myself or some shit like that. You know, um I just didn't feel like I was being me. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I would share some poetry there every now and then, but I couldn't really share some of the stuff that I wanted to share. And I felt like that didn't make sense. And if I'm going to be a poet and share what I feel from here, I should be able to do that. And I need to
Mm-hmm.
make the changes so I am in a lane to go ahead and do that. Just like
Mm.
you, slam stuff. Some of my friends told me in the beginning, like, why don't you do the slam shit? And I wasn't into that either. And at the time, I thought to myself, I want to create my own shit. Honestly, that's what I would like to do. I
Mm-hmm.
want to create my own lane and go in that lane and stay in that
Mm-hmm.
lane. You know what I mean? But Nova, man, you got a story, man. Have you written any books?
Bro, I got a lot of literature, man, in here that's written down. Like I got a whole meat crate full of shit. You know what I'm saying? And all the places that I've stayed, from being homeless to getting kicked out of apartments, and all until I met my wife, I still got that shit. So it's difficult to try to cipher or shift through those things and put them together when you're dealing with like a lot of other stuff. That's why I was saying, like, I asked God to send me a team. Like if I had a team, and we all really help one another, man, and just make this thing grow, it'd be great. And I don't have no problem with giving people, whatever I got. You know what I'm saying? If they can deliver it better than I can deliver it, let them do it. Because when they look back, see who's the writer or this, that, and the other, my name will be on it. But whatever they get from the delivery and whatever we kick back, that's how I go. But it's difficult, like finding a different it's difficult finding a strong team, man, that's willing to go beyond what they've been taught or what they think that they may know, like alleviate themselves from the fear of somebody taking their shit, or it's not going there, or they bombarded by bills, or they may have to do this and this, that, and the other. And we put ourselves together, man, and we make shit happen. That's what a tribe is, and we all grow. But I guess it's happening now, because before I wasn't getting that. But now, there are a lot of people starting to open themselves up to me. And, I always open myself up to them. But I guess, they probably didn't feel comfortable, or, I wasn't really being supportive with them, or this, that, and the other. But I'm doing so much. It's just me. But if I had a team, I wouldn't have to do a whole lot. And, we all work together, man, and just make this stuff happen. But yeah, I totally understand, what you're saying. But that's been my issue. The books there, shit. I got movies in this joint.
Man, I hear you.
Because film was my minor. Like I got scripts up in here, man. Even playwright shit. Like, you need somebody to just do it. Because I can't do this shit, man. Let them look at it. If they like it, just do it. You know, just do it like a big meat crate. It
Right.
started out in the backpack. Then it went from the milk crates. Like the little digging joints. Like the BJ's had a little square
Yeah,
joint.
absolutely. I
Now I
know
got
exactly what you mean.
now I got two big ass the meat crates. The kind that's rectangular big as shit, and you fold them on the top, full of stuff, man.
Absolutely. I want to give a shout out to everybody who checking in on us. My man Victor CEO, Thomasina Redmond, my girl Aneski, my sister Aneski, Anna Kamzet, my sister Jet, Shamise, Christopher just shouted us out just now. Thank y'all for watching. My man Isaiah Haynes, I'm gonna have on next week. I think Isaiah said he had the opportunity to see you perform somewhere before. Have you performed in other places other than Baltimore? Where I've only seen you in Baltimore. I'm only here. Have you performed in other areas as well?
Yeah, I have, like New York, Philadelphia. I'm just speaking on the east side. Here in Baltimore, Washington D.C., Southern Maryland, Florida, Atlanta, Oakland, California, Houston, Texas, Austin, Texas. Like a lot of different places, man. Like with the so-called mental disability, and I have to stress it like that. I
Mm-hmm.
went through phases, to where I just fell off, or I didn't want to be involved because anxiety, man, and the PTSD. They say I had that too, but it's really difficult, man. Like some places you go into, you may not feel comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
and you just leave, or I'll fall back for so long, but it's not a fall back to where I don't want to be around the people. It's more or less a fall back to where I need to create more. You know what I'm saying? Like some come on me and I just need to create. Like, man, I could be in a shower. This is the honest to God truth. And I jump the fuck out of the shower, butterball ass naked, grab a pen and some paper and write what the fuck that popped up in my head.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
You.
saying?
I definitely feel you. I'm
So,
telling you.
so I've been around several different places, man. But when that mode hit, I don't come out like that, and it's nothing, towards the people or anything like that. It's just that creative type of energy that I have, and I think that's just one of the main reasons why it's difficult for me to try to be in any solid relationships with anybody. Like intimately, because I need that space. Like I'm just secluded like that. And if Chris feel that he's seen me somewhere, he probably have.
Yeah, that was my guy Isaiah that said he saw you somewhere. He's
Oh,
in, I
Isaiah.
believe
Okay.
Isaiah is in either North Carolina or South Carolina one. I think it's North.
Yeah, I
Um,
went down there for the Southern Fried, but I didn't spit. This is like way back when Southern Fried was just really building itself up, but I didn't spit anything.
so look, the last time I saw you perform was at my sister Shami's Vibes and Verses. Shout out to the whole team, the table, Victor CEO, Aneski, Shamis and myself. Check us out tomorrow at C Roses Vibes and Verses every second and fourth Sunday. Don't miss it. Every second and fourth Sunday, Vibes and Verses is on. If you got the vibes, we definitely got the verses. And this is where I saw Novah's last performance. Now, that one that you did where you were like a robot or something. You remember that?
Okay, yeah. That was at Pause for Dinner.
Okay, that's where we was at. Do you
Yeah.
can you share
The
that
time
one with us tonight?
the time travel joint.
Right, right. Can you
Yeah,
share that one with us tonight, bro?
I'm gonna try, man. Like I've been drinking a little bit. I got my little drink right here.
You good, brother. Enjoy yourself. You deserve it.
All
You work hard.
right, so we're gonna see how it goes. When I was 5 years old, my teacher asked me once what I wanted to be when I grew up. Now, I remember all the answers the other kids gave, which made me pause because I didn't want to say anything that any one of them would think was wrong. So I said, a lawyer. Now, years have passed, and I'm no lawyer. But if I can go back in time, there are 8 things that I would tell myself. One, forget about being a lawyer. Be a rapper and call yourself Big Ass Mark. Now, I know that name may sound weird, but when you never run from a fight, make sure you stand with dignity, because by 2014, you won't be able to breathe. You got to keep your head up and be conscious. Be conscious. 2, never hold in your farts. Because when you hold in your farts, it goes up your spine and into your brain, which results in you having shitty ideas, so express yourself. And be unique. Never wear your pants low nor show your ass. Have some dignity. Place your hands up to your neck so when your hip starts to lose its hop, you can keep a close eye on your pockets and give this black British woman named Lucy all that she wants and some of the most important head that she'll ever need. So use your brain, think it, mind blowing, and think with your heart when dealing with her. When it comes to the mechanics of this society, use this thing called auto-tune so that when you make conversation, you can at least sound good because you are good. Speak in broken English, but do not allow English to break you. And when it comes to them asking questions about your personal life, just tell them, don't check the surface of the truth. But when you spit, make sure you turn tables. Keep your distance at an arm records player's length and don't mix with haters. Make sure you keep a fresh pair of Adidas so you can bypass the scandalous woman with that bullshit so that when she cross triangles, when she cross fade her. Or love and cherish this moment with your nanny. Although she plays a big part in your life, she's gonna die soon. So be strong. Be strong. Stay grounded. Lavish in the fruits of her ancestry and not the industry. So that when you... Oh, man, I messed it up. Stay grounded. Lavish in the fruits of her ancestry and not the industry. So that when you... I'm caught in the time glitch. So that when you... Stay grounded in her ancestry and not the industry, so that when you make conversation, you could talk about oh man, I can't believe I messed that joint up, but I'm about to get it back for you.
You good, bro? Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
I'm trying to get people to really, really listen to the words, man. Stay grounded, lavish in the fruits of her ancestry. That's some big shit. Not the industry. See what I'm saying? So that what you give, you give back to the roots of your community. They'll say you from that dirty South, but trust me, you gonna be filthy rich enough. Nah, let me rewind that. You from that dirty South is what they would say. So when you hit that tree of life and you blow out that fire, don't get caught in the smoke of mistaking profit for profit. Keep your mic check on who you really are. Especially when you're getting high off that loud volume and you hanging around here and there, stay cool because your fans are going to lynch you. You got that? When you getting high off that high volume, stay cool because your fans are going to lynch you. Put you in a beatbox. They'll call you dirty, but trust me, you're going to be filthy rich enough to pay them no mind. So don't trip, nor be reluctant to play on that bass within your chest when you walk. Let it vibrate like woofers. Never skip tracks but drop dimes. I'm going to repeat that. When you walk, let it vibrate like woofers. Never skip tracks but drop dimes. Let them pick up the beat to your rhythm and lean into your existence like an addict getting his fix. You be that dope. Never hesitate to never keep it 50-50, but keep it 100 because most of these MCs won't have no flow. Ah, man, I messed that joint up. Make sure you invest your money into water. There won't be much of it because most of these MCs won't have no flow. Keep it 100 and never 50 so you can bite them into your stream. Now, that's that broken English that I'm talking about now, I mean. always keep it underground. When it comes to the metaphors that you lay out in your lines, make sure it's fabric gets enriched with the souls of black folk. Make the truth look like a lie, and a lie look like the truth. Quilted up in the hymns of ghetto stories. Let your character be an undercut of kente cloth, soaked but not whitewashed in the public enemy stands. Be the man in Harriet Tubman, because not everybody's going to catch the underrailing message when you train them. 6. Try not to use the word bitch out of context. Everyone deserves to be respected, but don't allow them to bitch you in that content. And 7, it's my favorite right here. Forgive your mother, because she's going to do everything she can to raise you. She told me that while she was pregnant with you, that she ate carrots because someone told her that if she did, that you would be beautiful. And that's the reason why you're a diamond in the rough. You see, I am you, and you are I. And you may not understand what I'm saying to you, but just give it some time. And I hope that you're listening and you get this message. Hey, you see, you are Harkless, which is similar to Hercules. And that name, so expect those 8 letters which are close to the Son of God. So expect nothing but greatness. Most of all, stay away from bars and guns, but spit bullets and lock down every opportunity you get to see your son, so that you can listen when they talk about how wonderful that day was. And don't ever ask them how they want to be when they grow up. Just tell them how proud you are to see them when they shine. Damn, what happened, bro?
I love it, bro.
What happened, man?
Man, hey everybody, that was Novah, man. Y'all need to follow this brother as much as you can on social media. Man, I got to bring you back on very soon. You know what I mean? I appreciate you coming on. Before we get out of here, man, just give us a quick, what do you think, coming from the mental health side, what is your best, what would you say to that person that's dealing with issues mentally, but they don't really want to, they know they got issues, but they don't want to deal with it. They're afraid to put themselves out there to deal with those hurdles that they have in front of them. Share that with us real fast before we get out of here.
How much time we got?
Make a minute or two.
All right, guys, I'll make it quick. The mental health system, man, the structure that they set up for us, and I've worked in it. Like, I have a degree of social work, went to grad school in psychology. I didn't quite complete, but I've worked in that area. It's not really set up for us to really express ourselves. It's more or less, it's dangerous. It's set up to medicate us or put us in a situation of control, and it's not healthy. It's detrimental to those aspects of how we are, because we as indigenous people, we deal with our ancestors and all this other type of stuff. So, man, it would be nice to really have a platform where I can thoroughly talk about it. But just in a nutshell, it's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. Like, because we deal with a lot more than what they talk about. Any type of scientific aspect you could put on it, from any person that have published or, done any kind of clinical studies, or that may have theories even till today, it's not really beneficial to not just indigenous people, but just people together, because when you think about things that's cognitive, that don't have nothing to do with our physical being, even though this mind run it. But this is related to a consciousness that you can't really touch. You know what I'm saying? It's mental, it's spiritual, it's aligned with all our aspects of our chakras or whatever. So just said in a nutshell, it's not healthy, man. It's not healthy for any of us. Because I can't sit up here and tell you, man, that I see people that'll just pop up on the side of me, and be telling me stuff, Or I see my grandfather, in a dream, and he telling me, I can't say that without you trying to medicate me, or you being condescending to try to bond or be empathetic to the situation, but you're not really feeling it because you don't experience it. Even if you have experienced it, you're not sharing with me that you have because you don't want to appear crazy or look crazy or whatever. So the structure that they got out now for any type of mental health or even physical disabilities is not beneficial for us. It's more detrimental than beneficial. In Africa, man, they do the seances and everywhere else, like seances, they hold incantations, this, that, and the other. And 9 times out of 10, most of these people who have a connection to what they're doing, they come out better than them going to the hospital doing anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much where I'm at when it comes to that, man. Like, it's more detrimental to us than it is, beneficial. So that's where I'm at. And I feel that writing my poetry, doing my art, and doing all these other different things, it's helping me. It's like Shiva, you know what I'm saying? Like all the moms, you know what I'm saying? Can do all these different things. And that's where we find a balance in
Right.
who we are. Shit, we Generation X. I know you Generation X.
That's right. We remember that shit. Yeah.
That lets you know right there, we X-Men, man. We got mutant powers. Like, them motherfuckers saying that shit way before, anybody else. It was in the Bible. They just put it in a way to where we can understand what they was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
and that's
man,
why
Novah, I appreciate you for coming on, Novah, man. You are very deep, bro. I gotta have you on again.
Thank you, man.
Keep doing what you're doing. Everybody follow this brother on Facebook and Instagram. Not only is he a great poet, but the brother is good with his hands, man. Some of those paintings that you have done that I've seen that you share are amazing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love it.
Could I say one more thing?
Absolutely.
September, I'm having a fundraiser. So if you guys follow me, it's a fundraiser where my goal is to hit 30 miles. 300 miles in September. And it's to raise money for, children who suffer from cancer. And it's through St. Jude. And it's also going toward, other individuals who are dealing with cancer. But it's mainly for the kids. And I'll put the post up, which I have right now. I'm in preliminaries working toward that. But I do like 30 miles in one day. So if you guys look at it and want to support, please do, man. Because, like I said, my wife passed from cancer, and that's one thing, that I really, really advocate. And if you all could support, that would be great. And I'll put it up with you, John, and if you could share it, that would be great.
Oh, brother, I got you. I'm definitely going to say it. I appreciate you coming on, man. Be safe out here. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Y'all check me out next week. I got the brother Isaiah Haynes on. He is a songwriter, poet, just an all-around great young man. Novah, thank you, man. I appreciate you for coming on. I know I'm going to see you at one of the next open mics, definitely. Check us out, man. The I Am Woke movement is starting. We are doing the show August 17th at the Fillmore, man. The tickets, you can get the tickets on Eventbrite. You don't want to miss the I Am Woke movement, man. We getting ready to really, we gotta open each other up. We gotta open up that mind, man. We gotta, start thinking this shit. Definitely. Novah, be safe out here, bro. I'll see you next time. And if you want to be blessed, guys, you got to bless somebody else. That's what I feel. You want to be blessed, you must bless somebody else.
Gotcha. Hey, thank you, man, for having me, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely, bro. I'm stay in touch with you, bro. I'm going to hit you up.
You're going to see me tomorrow if you come to Vibe and Versus.
I got to work tomorrow, but I'll be there on the 28th. The 28th, we do it every second and fourth Saturday. So on the 28th is actually a Spitfire poetry edition.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know what I mean? I'm meeting up with my sister Shamise and Victor and Aneski, and man, we got some stuff that we just want to present to everybody. That's wonderful, man. It really is. And I want a lot of people to be a part of this because we have a voice, like you said. We superheroes, no bullshit. We have a voice, and some of the things that we say needs to be heard. It definitely needs to be heard because we all deal with some of the same similar issues, you know.
Exactly.
All right, my brother. Be safe out here. Go ahead.
You too, bro. I appreciate you, man.
All right.
Hey, if y'all gonna come through, you know, Bobby versus tomorrow, you know, C Rose is the best. 4,000 Coolidge, you know what I'm saying? Sweet out, just as John's said to, you know, come through. I'll be there tomorrow for sure. Be nice to see y'all. Y'all see me, just come up, you know, and say, hey, I'll see you on the show like this till the other, then we'll take it from there.
That's right. 4,000 Coolidge Avenue Vibes and Versus, y'all, is going down tomorrow night with the host, Shamice Jacob, Nesky, Anna Conzette. So y'all don't want to miss it. Every second and fourth Thursday. Don't miss it. 4,000 Coolidge Avenue, C. Rose's Event Center. All right, Novah. I'll catch you next time, Novah. Be safe, bro.
You too, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
I know you do. I know you do, because that's what I do. I give you that kind of love that makes you come back. I'm your pusher, baby. You're a pusher.
Hey, little black boy, let me holler at you for a minute. I was once in your place. You should respect what I say. Some of the things I'm about to tell you just may save your life in a world where not much is right. Little black boy, you're gonna see and experience all sorts of things, but don't let your mind be locked in a chain.
Thanks for tuning in to What Up Baltimore Online Radio.